How does one misplaced comma affect one's understanding on the state of the dead? In this short lesson, we're going to focus on Luke 23:43. First, we're going to look at the original scripture. Then, we're going to take a look at an alternate scripture. The only difference is a comma that is moved to another section of the scripture. First, the original scripture. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Now, the alternate passage. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Notice the difference based off of just one moved comma. In order for us to grasp the serious issue with the original text in Luke 23:43, we first have to turn to Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verses 5 through 6. Read it along with me. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also, this is 6, also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. Before we can get into the difference in terms of context and explain that, we first have to delve into why the comma was placed in that way in the first place. You have to understand that the original Hebrew and Greek did not have commas, punctuations, or any of that. It was all just one run-on sentence. But somehow, the context was clear. The translators had to not guess, but place the commas, punctuations, and periods and whatnot. They had to place them according to their doctrine that was given to them, they grew up with, they believed in. So let's take a look back at the original text and then compare it with the alternate text that was just presented. The original placement of the comma from the passage of Luke 23:43 misleads people into thinking that Jesus is telling the thief on the cross that he will be with him in paradise today. However, the alternate scripture with the proper placement of the comma tells a different story. It tells the reader that Jesus is saying, listen to me today, for therefore you will be with me in paradise. Not today, but someday. That is very different from what was originally proposed based off of a doctrine that supports the state of the dead where one immediately goes to heaven or hell once they die. That is not biblical. That's why it's so important for Christians to study and read. Not just read, but study. Pray about scriptures that you have trouble finding or understanding or knowing. Talk to God. Talk to Him about what's going on in terms of your prayer life, in terms of your life of reading the scriptures. Because the scriptures is reading the scriptures and studying it and meditating on it day and night